Okay, on this video, the series of my Web University free educational videos, I would like to provide you and how to use the Unix Linux alias command. In this case, the alias is one of the command that I would like to demonstrate how to use it. So if you just see this image here that is showing basically the alias command, but I need to just show you on Linux environment. So on this system, I'm looking at the UNIX-A to show that I'm running Ubuntu Linux version. And if I look at cat etc os-release, you can see that it's running Ubuntu version 18.04.5. So at this time, if I just clear my screen and I type in alias, I see a list of the already listed aliases that I have existed. I have created it here. So if I just say alias, for example, P3, it does not exist anything. Or actually it does, I created earlier. But let's just undo the alias and alias P3. So now if I just type in alias P3, it is not showing there, it's not found. So if I just run P3, it's going to say not command not found. But if I just recreate the alias P3 with the command that I have done here, let's just rewrite the alias command for P3. And I'm going to just type it in. Earlier I did it, so I'm going to do that again. In this case, I have to say which Python 3. So this is the Python 3 version that is installed. So if I just type in user bin Python 3-v, it tells me that it's running the version. So if I say -- version, it is the same thing. So now I could just say an alias I created as P3 for Python 3 is equal, and I start with a single quote, and then I say user bin Python 3. In this case, it's telling the system that whenever I type in P3, it is equivalent to user bin Python 3. So at this time, if I just say P3 -- version, it's going to give me the same information that user bin Python 3 or Python 3 would do. In this case, -v would do the same thing. And if I just say P3, it actually opens Python. So as we can see in this case, if I say, for example, dir, the existing the files that are dir object, all the methods and the dunder method, double underscore method that are available for doc, for built-in functions and everything is listed here. So at this time, if I just say import OS module, now if I do that same dir function, you can see that the OS is loaded. So if I say dir of OS, now I have a lot of functions for the dir. One of the important functions that is provided with this OS, and then I could say os.system. The system function, I can run the same command UNIX-A, and that was earlier was telling me the information, or I could just say cat /etc os-release. So every command that I can run on the system by doing os.system, I can run those commands as long as those are valid Unix commands. So like, for example, if I want to see the environment, I could do that one. And then other functions were there listed on the dir also to get the environment, for example. So dir of OS, you can get the list of them there. Set environment and get environment, change the directories, ls, and set env, and all of those information are there. But at this time, I want to show you the alias command. So I'm going to exit out of this. Now P3 is there. In order for me to just an alias something, I could just like this file find a C++ command. And what is searching for it, it is on this current directory. If I just say an alias right now, an alias find C++, I could just give it something else, like say alias find C++, or I could just give it another name. So let's just do the same name, and I'm going to do find dot minus name minus type F. Type F meaning does only show me the files, not directories or symbolic links or anything. So then you could say star.c++, and then since it starts with a single quote and you can do double quote inside this match, minus exec, and then here ls minus ld, and then pipe this gets a loop with this braces, and then semicolon would just be doing it. So now I did this one. If I just say alias find C++, you could see that one. And if I just say find C++, it runs that command, but at this time, there's some typo here, find dash type F. Dash type F, because I did not put a dash name. After dash name, I had to put the star dot this. So this was invalid syntax dot C++, and then this minus type, and then I don't need this star here. After dash F, this is a valid command. So now my alias find C++ is there. Sorry, alias find C++ is there. You have to type it correctly, C++, and it will run the command correctly. And if I just look for a file that is, let's say I just want to say, find this file called date.c++. So if I'm just looking for that one, and then I could just make my alias here, this alias, and say, find date.c++. And then at this time, instead of doing a exact minus L, I could say, let's say, do a word count on it, or just do a cat command or something. So I'm going to do exact and then cat minus n and then the file name. So this would just do the same thing, find C++, and then it did not find it. Let's see what is going on here. So I have alias find C++, and then when you use find out, some command did not work here, you have to cut and paste your command into the environment to see. Let me clear my screen here, and then so you have to cut and paste that command here. Let me just do alias fcpp. So you basically cut and paste from this command here all the way to this, and then do a copy and do a paste. I could have just done a little bit faster, but let me just make sure that, so something it did not find it here also. So why did it not find? I don't like the flickering here on the browser. So find dot minus name date dot C++. It might be the data dot C++. Let's just find the name. So I think it is data.c++ maybe, or was it date? Let me just do a find dot minus name star.c++. So if you search it, this is date uppercase. D is uppercase, that's why I did not find it. So all I have to do is here say date, and I could put the backslash with minus I escape the case, and that would do it. You see that the file found it, and it just ran the command. And then here, I could do the same thing on the alias. So my alias, all it has to do is change this D to uppercase D, and then it ran the FCCP. If I clear the screen and I just run FCCP, fcpp find C++, and then you can name it whatever you want. The alias is just a matter of your choice. And if you want to get a word count, for example, this is too much on the screen and that file is not showing, or you just VI it or something, you could do the same thing. So alias is very friendly in a lot of ways. And instead of writing a full program, you could do that. For example, let's just do one more alias. If I just do alias by itself, alias by itself, it is running these commands like grep auto this one, right? So if I just did this and then let's just do a egrep. The egrep itself is a expression grep or extended grep, so it is there, but by default it has the color auto, so it will show that one. When I do a egrep and then so let's say something that is on the host name file, so I'm going to show you first cat etc host file, and then it says the word my web university. Now if I just say egrep my web university on the etc host file, you can see those are in color code. So alias egrep is basically showing you that it is doing the color. And then alias ls, for example, is also saying that by default, whenever you run, the coloring is going to run. So when I do ls minus l, it is going to show the color scheme on it. Okay, I hope you enjoy it, and please don't forget to subscribe so you can watch the rest of the videos as I post them. And thanks for watching.